To the audio listeners, I'm very apologetic for that assault on the auditory senses only. But if you were watching the video, you'd realize how worth it was. Welcome back to Good Vibes Live, episode...
Gotcha. Episode 15?
15?
14?
It's in the teens, which is where everyone wants to be. But
Impressive.
yeah. Do you remember your teenage years fondly?
I don't remember much previous to my age of 19. That's when Xanax started getting involved and kind of just stole a lot of my brain.
You've mentioned this before. I've heard that from some people. I knew a person once who was really making fun of me for smoking pot, which I don't do. Future employers, never touched the stuff. Strictly DMT, but I naturally occurring. But I knew someone that was shaming me. They're like, you're a pothead. All you do is smoke weed. Meanwhile, they needed Xanax just to function.
Do they have anxiety or were they a drug addict?
Because
they're the same thing. They're
exactly.
the same thing.
This is why we podcast so well together. Because that's where I'm going, and you're already there. You finished my train of thought. They were really good people, and I just didn't like how much they shamed me for that. Mike, flashback, 2018, 2019, school year. We're outside of a bar, me and you. One of the maybe 4 times we've ever gone out to a place publicly together. Because you like to hide that we are actual friends as much as possible, and I understand why. You don't want to be affiliated with me. But I was going through old photos, bawling my eyes out, and I noticed a really cute one of us by the fence outside of a bar that was local to our college. Is this ringing a bell to you? God, you probably have 100 stories just like this.
I have so many sick stories of me at bars. Like, it's just like they all kind of mesh together at this point.
Yeah.
Was it outside of Drafters?
I didn't know if we were going to say the name, because they're not a paid sponsor.
True.
But I think it was, what's that word for, like, at the start of every football season that they pick new players to be on teams?
Oh, it's the same word that, like, if you get a beer, it's a something beer. It's a something beer.
Yeah, I cannot remember for the life of me what that name is. Maybe
dude, no, I got it.
Someone paid us.
We could say it.
We could remember, right?
Yeah, we could say the name if they paid us.
And we could talk about...
It's what Donald Trump dodged. It's that.
Yeah, what the fuck is that word, dude?
I don't know. I know Donald Trump is not a true American because he dodged it when he was selected for it. And people somehow yet still contribute to him about caring about the military, even though he didn't join the military when he was that word for the military to go to war for our country. And then he proceeded to call veterans cowards and said, who is that fucking guy? Who is that fucking guy? You know what I'm talking about? He's like, oh, you're a prisoner of war. You're a prisoner of war. You're not a hero. That guy. Yeah, John Cocaine. Exactly.
He's dead. Brain.
From cocaine?
Well, the cocaine, it just clogged up his brain too much and it just shut down. That's how it works. A lot of people don't talk about it.
No offense to John McCain, but I totally forgot
I'm glad he's dead.
Yeah, it doesn't really... I'm not glad or not glad. It just doesn't fucking faze me.
You're not going to ride with me or die with me?
I'm glad he's dead.
Wow, Mike, I would have never... That is a war hero. He was captured in a cage for this country.
Prisoner of war is a hero now? It sounds like he was a coward to me.
I've seen Rambo. That's a war hero.
I've seen Rocky 2.
American hero.
Rocky beat Russia, single-handedly stopped the Cold War. People don't talk about that.
Single-handedly, because he was a southpaw. But
one hand.
Yeah. Don't know if that's true, but I wanted to flex my boxing knowledge, which is pretty much limited to that. But I want to be clear. Oh, and Jake Paul, for the record, new generation.
Probably the best boxer of our era.
I was actually, jokes aside, I know like Logan Paul had that video with that body in the forest. And I know Jake Paul has been like arrested by the FBI or something.
Melo's chewing wires.
Okay, all right. I'll keep them entertained. I think Logan and Jake, if you're listening, I'd love to have you on. Me. Oh, good. Mike's back. How's Melo doing?
Good. He's just being a scumbag.
Oh, bro, it's cutting out. Last thing I heard was you saying Melo was a scumbag, and then God shut you off. Still can't hear you. I'm probably not going to edit this. I'm just going to talk about you until you get the audio fixed. I like that National Geographic hoodie. It's funny because I know you hate most of the planet. You probably got that from some fundraiser for, like, third world regimes.
Gunshot.
And dictator. Oh, heard the gunshot. Gunshot heard around the world.
Can you hear me now?
I can. It kind of sounds... Talk a little bit.
Basically, Melo is upset with me because I'm sitting in a rolling chair. He doesn't like the wheels, so he's just causing a ruckus.
Well, historically speaking, dogs don't like wheels because... over the paradigm of time, wheels have only meant misfortune and entrapment to them. I don't know. It could be a subconscious thing that they don't even realize that they're doing, but they do. My dogs hate rolly chairs. My dogs hate a lot of things.
Yeah, Melo also hates when I longboard. He'll try and bite the wheels as I move. He's like, nah, don't go. But the thing is, I look so fucking sick when I longboard. Yeah. It's like these, it's just like, whoa, that guy must be super down to earth and cool with how sick he is on that skateboard.
Now, just like you left for a second, I have to leave for a second. The fire in my fireplace is going out, and I was told if I let that go out,
Abortion.
yeah, they're gonna take me out. They're gonna put me
Late
outside.
stage abortion.
Yeah, this is like the 39th trimester, I think, if we're going at it. That's not right. How long is
It's got to be
trimester?
more than 3 months.
What
4
is a
months?
trimester?
I would imagine 4 months.
Semester.
I know what a
semester
semester is.
Yeah, I know.
Because I went to
right?
school for multiple
Yeah.
semesters. But there
But
are schools that do
semesters-
trimesters.
Really? Oh, there are
Yeah.
actually. There's one that was near one of our schools that I know of. We're talking
does
about Worcester
trimesters?
Polytechnical Institute. I believe they do
Oh.
trimesters.
I know a
Yeah.
girl that went to WPI.
I bet
and
you knew all of them.
She had a fat old ass.
Was it old? Was it an old woman with a fat
She was
ass?
62. She was coming to
Nice.
school. She was just trying to take classes. You know, she was kind of retired, bored. Kids are out of the house. She's just looking for any way to better herself. But nobody told me that she was going to come in shaking that thing. So I'm sitting in class at WPI, a school I did not attend. I just went there to check out old lady ass. And all of a sudden, I see this cake, not even my birthday. And she just walks in shaking that thing. So obviously, I say, hey there, mamacita, cut me off a slice of that booty cake. And she turns at me and says, who the fuck are you? And then I spit on her, and then we started fist fighting in the middle of a classroom. She's 62 years old. I think this is gonna be a fucking breeze. I'm gonna knock this bitch out in one
the bag.
punch. Easy, right? I throw a punch. She dodges, comes back with a right hook to my face. I eat it because I'm a man. However, what I didn't realize, she sweeps the leg, jugular shot. I can't breathe for about 5 minutes now. She sits on top of me with that dump truck and just lets out a load of dookie right on my face. Go ahead, Liam.
I gotta address the fire.
Okay, you address the fire. I'll talk about old lady butt. So there's a lot of different versions of butts in today's society. Now, I don't know if you guys have realized, but we've had a serious shift over the last 20 years. We were a titty-first culture for predominantly the early 2000s, and then hip-hop became more and more prevalent. And in hip-hop, you hear a lot of talk of big booty bitches. Now, I don't use that word, bitches. That's not a word I use. I like to call them women because I respect them for who they are. However, these rappers, these hip-hop artists, they are very into bodacious fat booties. And so now they subconsciously programmed the mainstream media and all the people who listen to this music to also now be very infatuated with bosoms rather than fat old titties. So now we have a whole generation of kids who don't care about mommy's milk anymore. They want to lick mommy's bum bum. And it's all because of hip hop music and how they used their it's funny because a lot of people think hip hop is code for revolution. You know, it's revolution music, but the real revolution is the booty. That's really all they were trying to do is get people to stop focusing on tatas and start focusing on bum bums. And it's crazy that they were able to incept us all like that. And now I dream of booty every night. Have you been on TikTok recently, Liam?
I've been on TikTok recently, and I'm happy to have heard just the end of that. I have been on TikTok recently. What's your point?
Have you seen that new trend, the Bust It Down challenge?
No, on all social media platforms, I don't identify or follow or look at other people's content. I upload my stuff and leave.
That's the best way to use it, to be honest.
Might be.
It is.
Fire. I was just thinking about how funny would it be, like if you slowly started noticing like smoke on my screen, like rising, and then like the fire just spread, and I would just kept podcasting and like burn to
As
death
you're
in
on
front of you.
fire. I mean,
How would you react? Honest to God,
so,
because I want to know if it's worth it.
honest to God, I think it's great for content. I mean, you've lived through a forest fire before. You made it out alive. I would
Viral.
trust that you could get set on fire by the fire that you started and survive through the podcast. What happens after doesn't really matter as long as we get views.
Content.
If you die, but it results in me getting famous, that's a win in my book. And
I
now
tell
let's not
that
forget that.
Everyone I podcast with, every single one of them. All right, I'm gonna grab a flaming log. I'll be right back. I'm just gonna put it in my lap and podcast from there. All right, I do it because what I was doing was I don't know if you know this about fires or if you know how this particular fireplace works, but I was letting I let one of the latches open. I'm poorly describing this, but it's like letting some air in so the flame can kind of breathe. Because I don't know if you know this, but if if fire, like a human being, doesn't get oxygen, it's not going to last very long, right?
Okay.
So what I'm saying is maybe we're all kind of part fire, and we're going to find out right now what happens to humans that are on fire. I'll be right
I
back.
actually have something on top of what you're saying about how humans are part fire. It's funny you bring that up because
I'm
I
Aries.
recently, I am an Aries, but I recently discovered that water can be considered lava because ice is a rock. Yeah, bro. All right,
Hold on.
ice is a rock. Go ahead.
Fire's full of breath right now, so hold on.
Full breath.
Yeah, there's someone in your apartment. I don't know if you know.
Yeah, I heard him come in. I didn't expect it. He's supposed to be at work right now. Obviously, he's a bad employee.
Don't out him.
I mean, listen, his employer.
Name, address, where you place of work, SSN. Go.
It is Joey Burns for AT&T. He's no, I'm just kidding.
All right, hold on.
No, he's on break. He gets an hour break every day, and he comes home and he does drugs. But that's okay. But so, anyways, ice is technically a rock, and being that ice is technically a rock, when the definition of lava is any rock heated up to become molten liquid. And so now, if you heat ice up enough, what does it become? Water. So if ice becomes water through heat, then water by definition is indeed lava.
This is a better angle. Is the lighting better? I feel like it might have been kind of distracting from
I think
behind
it's a bit of a weird angle. You know, I feel like I'm looking
Okay.
up at you
All
now.
right.
I'm looking into your nostrils.
Well, that's what I was going for, but okay, I see. Fucking smart keyboard, my ass. All right, so this is pretty much where we were at, right? The lighting's not off.
I think it's fine.
I'm
Handsome as ever.
happy looking, and yeah. All right, okay. Hey, Mike,
What's
we've
up?
missed a lot in whenever we do not upload an episode. It seems like the world keeps moving, and
Right?
that's really inconvenient for a show that like tries to remain topical. I think we throw in topics and stuff. So
Current events.
let's try and cover some of the more recent things that have happened that were
Okay.
really important.
Liam.
Dr. Dre had a brain aneurysm, but is okay.
Oh, dude, can we talk about MF Doom dying?
I mean, I don't really want to get like super bummed out again.
All we have to say is that he
but
died. We just have to cover the fact that he died. But dude, he died apparently he died months ago, but the family kept it under
Yeah.
wraps until like
It's
you know what's crazy? You know what's crazy? I'm gonna tell you how I found out MF Doom died. It's funny
killed
because I wish he entered the room. Actually, I was rolling fucking face. And
Yeah,
I was
just mask
fucking-
Just-
yeah, I was tripping balls. And then my dear friend Joey, we're at a social distance festival. We're responsible. We're COVID friendly. We're responsible.
Fucking Colorado sounds so cool.
And and all of a sudden, Joey, who is also rolling face, comes up and he says, "Hey guys, MF Doom just died." It's like, how do you respond to that when you're supposed to be at the peak of happiness? So we all got in the car and we cried for a little bit.
Yeah, this is why I didn't really want to talk about it. Because it's definitely just a bummer. MF Doom, one of the great, I think, underappreciated lyricists of our generation. Like, not that he's from our generation, but like a lot of, he's not super popular with the kids these days. Is what I'm trying to say.
I feel you.
And we're not really kids these days anymore. I guess we're both out of college.
It's weird to think about. Yeah, we're adults.
My like whole childhood was just robbed from me though, by Christianity. So I don't know. I never grew up. I had this thing called like a Peter Pan syndrome, a Peter Pan complex. I think is what my doctor said, and he obviously was like, gotta check your prostate, and I didn't understand the relation, but
Was this your priest?
same guy, both. He was a very talented individual, multiple backgrounds.
Dr. Father Dan.
Education, Dr. Father Dan. How'd you know?
He was my priest doctor as well.
That's kind of some bullshit. He told me priests were just for one priest per person, and that's why we would do single one-on-one.
Oh, we had a lot of
Sessions.
menage a trois, if you understand what I'm saying.
It wasn't English, so I don't.
Okay, so basically, a menage a trois is a word that I've heard on TV before.
No, I
Yeah.
get that. I get that.
Yeah. So I use it in everyday conversation to sound more intelligent.
I had a glass
Cultured.
menagerie trois once.
I don't even know. What is
You
it?
have no idea what I just said, do you?
No, I don't get it. A glass menage
Oh,
a trois?
It's a story, The Glass Menagerie.
Oh, I think I read that
but
story in
yeah,
10th
Tom.
grade.
Tom is a character who wrote
It's
poetry
definitely not.
on
Is that
shoe boxes.
is that the correct pronunciation of the word you're thinking?
Tom?
Glass
I
menagerie?
think it's Tom. 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 Yeah, I think that's Tom.
Are you talking about the one from Tom and Jerry?
No, from The Glass Menagerie Trois.
Where there was a little mouse and a little cat, and they were kind of buddies, but like enemies at the same time.
Guy worked in a shoe factory, and
And there was a mouse who
And-
lived in the shoe factory, and he had a cat to get rid of the mouse.
it's kind of vague. That's ringing a bell.
Yeah.
I'm more of a J.D. Salinger, Perfect Day for Banana Fish type of guy. Do you ever
I've
read
seen-
that one?
I mean, I've definitely seen Woody Woodpecker and Roadrunner a couple times, but I don't know if I'm familiar with the work you're speaking of.
Spoilers for Perfect Day for Banana Fish by J.D. Salinger, part of his 9 stories
J.D.
compilation
Salinger.
of books. Yeah. You familiar?
Yeah, I read
I
his,
know
I read his
said it just
work.
a minute ago.
Yeah, that's how I know.
Yeah.
That's how
He
I know.
also, I believe, wrote Catcher in the Rye, which killed.
Ronald Reagan.
I was gonna say John F. Kennedy, but it was
Is
definitely.
that who it was? It was the
Yeah,
guy said
it
he
was-
was compelled to do it because of Catcher in the Rye. It was JFK.
Yeah, JFK. He was like, I am gonna get the girl from Taxi Driver to sleep with me if I kill
Killed JFK.
this man.
It's crazy because when I read Catcher in the Rye in about I think 10th grade, I too was very compelled to kill John F. Kennedy and was wildly disappointed to find out someone had beat me to it.
Well, when I read it, I just like you, very disappointed. It was like I had a purpose for a moment, and it was taken from me. So what I did was I visited. I went up. My parents thought I was visiting friends in New Hampshire, but I went out to Arlington National Cemetery in Washington D.C. It was like an 18-hour drive alone. But I had my own podcast to listen to the whole way. So I went there with my 45 Colt in the passenger seat, not tucked away.
Colt
Living on the
45.
edge.
Did you have 2 zigzags?
I did at the start. Thought it was going to last me longer. I didn't have a bag of weed, which probably would have helped.
Ah.
But I had
So you
my
just
Colt 45
smoked
and
the
2
papers?
zigzags. Yeah, I tried to make it last the drive, but I just ended up being done with them in like 45 minutes. So don't smoke and drive. It's technically an
Can I share a
inebriation.
story about
I'm
smoking?
not done,
with
bro.
zigzags?
I'm not
yeah,
done
I know.
with my story,
I
dog.
tuned out though. I tuned out. It
I know.
sucks.
So
No,
I'm
go
up,
on,
I'm
go
up at
on.
Arlington, and I found where he was buried. And what I did was
John?
Johnny, yeah. I dug
He's
it up.
buried in Arlington?
I don't know. I opened up the casket and there was no one in there. So
Mm,
not really sure what that.
conspiracy.
Just throwing that out there. But
I
I
have
have
a
the casket
conspiracy.
with the Folk magazine. And then
I
put it back in
believe
the ground.
that John F. Kennedy and Marilyn Monroe are not dead. They're living happily ever after.
Marilyn Manson is Marilyn
Yeah.
Monroe's brother. Did you know that?
I did know that. That's why they're both named Marilyn.
You're a genius, dude. I'm sorry. I don't even know why I tried bringing up new information to you.
No,
All
it's
right.
fine.
Speaking on topical issues.
Let me tell my smoking zigzag story.
I'm backing off.
Fucking yeah,
Backing off,
god damn it,
backing
dude.
off.
You get to tell all your cool stories.
I thought I could talk quickly and
Yeah.
we can
and distract me.
go. Please, I'm sorry.
Either way, this is the story of the first time I ever smoked. I was in
Lord
seventh grade, I want to
Wow.
say. And
Okay.
now you're probably thinking, Mike, that's young to start. But here's the thing, Liam. I smoked Cheetos. So I don't know if you know,
Whoa,
but
that's
if you poke a hole through a Cheeto and then just spark it, you can inhale some cheese smoke. So me and my buddies.
I want to give you a chance here before you. I'm sorry to cut you off, but I just do want to give you an opportunity here before we have to hear about 30, 40 people dying from smoking Cheetos to distance yourself from this statement.
I want to tell all kids out there, if you're curious about marijuana, but you're unsure how, if you're a little worried about getting high or a little worried about smoking, the best way to practice is get a couple buddies, buy a bag of Cheetos, get a toothpick, go off into the woods, as far into the woods as you can, because you're worried that you're going to get in trouble for smoking Cheetos. So you go off into the woods as far as you can, and you and your buddies just fucking light up a bag of Cheetos, man, and you'll get a high like no other. It's really going to affect your breathing ability for the rest of your life, which is fine, because cigarettes do too. So it's like, pick your poison. Artificial cheese chemicals or nicotine, and I chose artificial cheese chemicals. I've been smoking about 3 bags of Cheetos a day now for about 12 years, and honestly, I've...
Cut out on the last word there.
Damn, better? Was that the word to cut out on?
You were saying I've been doing it for a number of years, and then
Well-
I didn't hear what your point.
I just haven't felt better, it makes me feel
You feel
good.
better.
Just no
Okay,
Cheetos.
makes you feel good. Cool. Have you experimented with the various flavors? Do you find
Oh,
that
dude,
affects?
Flamin' Hot is definitely the way to go. It's the highest percentage of THC. Titties hot cheese is what that stands for. So you're gonna want to have a paper mache or a piece of paper with titties drawn on it to look at while you smoke these Flamin' Hot Cheetos.
I'm happy you like that setup. I got a Flaming Hot Cheeto story.
I don't want to hear it.
I'm at a strip club, 17 underage. Coolest
How'd you
thing
get
I was
in?
doing. I had a big old bag of Flaming Hot Cheetos, and the guy was like,
Oh yeah.
let him in, no ID. So not only that, I get several free dances because they just, it's a big, like, family-size bag of Flaming Hot Cheetos, but
Oh,
I
yeah,
was
spread the
alone.
wealth.
But I was alone. So, like,
Okay.
yeah, so I'm throwing Flaming Hot Cheetos at these dancers,
Uh-huh.
and they're just loving
Their
it.
coochies are on fire.
Well, I was going to get to that.
Okay.
Several of them got urinary tract infections
Mhm.
that were caused directly from Cheeto.
Not Flamin' Hot Cheetos.
Yeah.
Okay.
It wasn't my fault. I never touched these women. I swear to God.
Okay. I believe you.
I wouldn't.
No.
Wouldn't.
Because you think they're dirty and you think that
No,
strippers
no,
don't
no,
deserve
no.
to be touched?
No, motherfucker.
You don't respect sex workers? You think
don't trick me into saying this.
women who
They
sell
were
their bodies
dudes.
for money...
It was a male strip club. And no, I don't think male strippers deserve respect. They're too hot. They're going to get it from everyone. I don't care.
Have you seen
I'm
Magic
jealous,
Mike?
bro. Yes, hundreds of times.
Good movie.
More if you count the Blu-ray views. And not just streaming.
Have you heard of the movie Cloud Atlas?
I have.
No follow-up question. That was it.
I think I've seen the trailer. I think the trailer
I've
is
seen
like
the trailer
10
too.
minutes long.
It's fucking incredible. The trailer's fucking incredible.
I remember seeing this trailer and I was like, I definitely don't need to see this movie. I
No,
kind
the
of get
trailer's
it.
all you need. Yeah, the trailer's
No
all
way
you
it's
need.
going to live up to that trailer.
It's funny because Magic Mike, I was watching the Blu-ray for Magic Mike, and previous to the movie coming on, they have
You're welcome,
trailers.
by the way.
And I'm smoking some weed, so I'm high as a kite. You know what I
As they
mean?
say.
And yeah, exactly. So people say that because kites tend to get pretty high in the sky. So
Catcher in the...
all of a sudden, this person, this trailer comes on, and me and my buddy are watching this trailer for about 6 minutes before we realize it's just one movie, and that's what we realize. The Cloud Atlas trailer is undefeated. Can you think of a better movie trailer than the Cloud Atlas?
Over the
And
head.
Command 2,
Okay, that too.
Life of Pets,
Life of Pets. 1 second.
Secret Life of Pets.
Oh, how is the Secret Life of Pets?
Honestly, bro, it's a fucking banger. Secret Life of Pets 1 and 2 both made me cry. Yo, that's a sick pullover. Yeah.
Secret Life of Pets is a banger?
Secret Life of Pets is a top tier. Is it Pixar?
Who cares?
Pixar movie. Yo, Pixar only makes bangers.
They don't pay us. Current events. Current
Mostly
events.
advertising. Bleep out the name.
Current events.
Current events.
Mike, I don't know if you're aware of this, but recently there was an assault on our democracy by an inside party of it.
The far left
The far left
hit all the votes. Donald Trump stole the
Donald Trump.
election.
They created votes. They had dead people vote multiple times.
Mhm,
All liberal.
mhm.
Okay. Like, dead
Yeah.
people aren't conservative? That doesn't make any sense.
No sense.
No sense. at all.
Nonsensical.
Joe Biden somehow got more votes than any presidential candidate in all of U.S. history. And by U.S.
Yeah.
history, I mean the world. Now,
Yes.
Joe Biden, he's now our president. You got
Yes.
VP Kamala Harris. Tell me if I need to edit this joke out. I don't know what's hottest about having, Kamala Harris as VP. The fact that she's a cop, the fact that she's black, or the fact that she's a woman. I do know I'm attracted to all three of those things. And I would love for her to take Joe Biden's position as a bleeding heart conservative.
I don't think
I'm
we
not
need to
editing
edit
that out. No
I don't
way,
think we
no
need to
way,
anyway. 'Cause I too am very attracted to strong black women.
Yeah,
I
that's
think
really what I was trying to say. I want to be clear.
There's nothing
people,
sexier.
People back up when they're like, "Oh my god,
Yeah.
you mentioned a race as a white guy."
No.
Even if it's a
No.
compliment. I want to be clear. Black dicks are better. Black chicks are better. They're now I feel like if I say anything more than that, it would be me jumping on stereotypes and being negatively, or someone will spin my words somehow. But I want to just say positive things about everyone besides white people. Fuck. Oh my god, Mike, I don't think I just skated out of that one, right? That was pretty impressive. Right?
Are Asian people oppressed in this country? / can we make fun of Asian people?
Are they oppressed?
Yes.
What's oppression?
Not since World War II.
Not since World War II. Yeah. I mean, we put other people in cages. Don't know what the new administration is going to do about that. It'll be interesting.
Probably continue to put them in cages.
I want to be clear. Also, this is recorded just hours after Joe Biden has
been inaugurated.
Taken control of everything.
Yo, speaking of, this is the all right. So I was very unsure. I think I've made it clear I do not fuck with Trump. I think I've made it clear I don't really fuck with the political system in general. However, I was just reading that Joe Biden's new stimmy check plan.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still listed as a dependent because I'm too lazy to do my own taxes. So I have
Same.
my mother. Just do my. No, not this time, bro. Joe Biden's giving $2,000 to dependents.
I have said since the very beginning of my career as a conservative pundit that all it would take for me to flip sides is a little bit of money.
Oh yeah, $2,000 is a lot of money.
A lot of fucking money, bro.
It's more money than I've had in years.
That's more money than I can't even imagine. How many single dollar bills is that?
Dollar bills? Like just single dollar bills? How many is 2,000? Dude,
Yeah.
I have no idea. I can't do that math.
Can Biden give me the money himself?
Yeah, he's actually coming and knocking on doors and giving the money.
That is remarkably brave of him.
Yeah.
For now, until that money comes through, I'm gonna be, I still hate immigration of all forms, legal, illegal. I think we should have a wall on the southern and northern border. I think we should bomb more.
Yeah.
Because I think our country only really functions effectively when we're rapidly expanding some industry. And the only industry that the government should really have any control over at all is a military.
War.
And war. So I'm just saying how it is, guys. All right. If you want to continue to function, if you want your lifestyle to remain unchanged, we need to keep invading foreign countries. It's simple as that.
Funny you bring this up, Liam, because I don't think people realize how crucial war is to the American economy. Now, the reason war is so crucial is because we make the weapons for both sides, baby. So much money is pumped in when we're having war, you idiots. Everyone's peace in the Middle East. But here's the fucking thing. We give the Middle East weapons so they can bomb us. So we can bomb them so we can make money. Money talks. Money talks. Peace doesn't do shit. How are the billionaires supposed to get richer if everybody's happy?
I couldn't agree more.
Yeah, I mean, it's almost asinine to think we shouldn't be carpet bombing other countries daily.
Which is why today, right here, I'm announcing.
Yes.
Good Vibes Live is running.
Okay.
You gotta be 35. When are we both 35?
I have no idea. 2030?
So 2024? Yeah, I think 2032 or probably. Yeah, okay. We're running in 2032. We got a platform of good vibes. How can you say no to that? We're gonna be doing rallies as it gets closer to the dates to keep people in mind or whatever. I really do think if we did this podcast consistently until from here to then, we'd be on a debate stage. One of us. I don't know if we'd both be allowed to. Maybe we could swap every time or something.
Well, if we did like a president-vice president thing, we could both be on debate stage, just not at the same time. One of us in the vice presidential debate, one of us in the presidential debate.
Which one of us is which, Mike?
Follow-up question. I'm obviously the president. Do you need to be 35 to be the vice president?
Yes, because you need to be able to
become president.
Yeah. And it's funny that they decided 35 was old enough to be president, even though they said like at 18 you could go and fight entire war for who the president is for whatever reason that they decided. My first, hold on.
Go ahead.
I want you. I'm going to describe my first action if I were to become president, and you're going to describe your first action if you were to become president, and whoever has a better
first action
offer. And keep it clear. I'm giving you time to think right now.
I already know.
Really
I have my first action.
Fuck you. I don't like that confidence. That's the confidence of a leader, though. I'll give you that. It's the confidence of a leader. My first action in office. I'm going to put a globe. I'm going to get a nice globe that should be in every classroom around this country. I'm going to spin that baby, okay? I'm going to spin that baby a lot of times.
Spin that globe!
I am going to take my finger and pop it on some random country. If I land on an ocean, probably happened the first few times. But random country, the next day, we're there. We're there. Well, we're gonna start with bombing, and then any resources left, we're gonna send in the troops to clear out. Yeah, that's my first. Fine. Do you got a first better day than that?
Yeah, no, I mean similar. Who's to say what's better, really? But I'm changing the national anthem because that shit is trash.
I'm voting for you. I'll be VP. That's fine. I want to be clear though. I would like to help coach you for the debates. I'd like to give you really good jokes about the other candidates.
Okay.
And I want to have as much power as Dick Cheney did as VP.
No,
Can-
can't do that. Can't do
Well,
that.
well,
You have more power than Dick Cheney did. What did Dick Cheney do? Made a couple $1 trillion off of oil? Come on, Liam. Come on, you're better than that.
so
What
the other
did he
day,
start a war in Iraq? Like, okay, what did he collaborate and collude to take down our Twin Towers? Like, I'm not even impressed with what Dick Cheney did.
thank you. I was it was just this past weekend. I was Donald Rumsfeld was waterboarding me while Dick Cheney was giving me a rub and tug, and it's what I
I
do
jerked off to that
relax.
porno.
Yeah, it's how I relax. And they're both life coaches now. So it's kind of like a full body type thing in mind. And he was just saying that his biggest regret, this is Donald. No, not Donald, Dick. He was just telling me his biggest regret was not lying more, because he didn't realize how easy it is to do to the American people. If you can, especially if you can make it look like you're under attack by terrorism, you can pretty much blame anything on terrorism and you can get away with it. Yeah, yeah.
You're not wrong.
So I would love to be the vice president, I think. I don't know. I could get wild between now and then. You know, maybe it makes, like, what if I got like taller between now and then?
You would be our tallest president in history.
Oh, fuck me. You're right. Yo, come on, Mike. We gotta let that happen.
That's fair.
Right?
That's fair.
Maybe
Easy.
you become president. You have an amazing 4-year term.
Okay.
You have an amazing 4-year term, and then I rob you of re-election.
Or hear me out on this one.
I'm
I
listening.
do 4 years of president.
Mhm.
You do 4 years of president. I do 4 years of president. You do 4 years of president. 16 years of making America gay again. People don't realize we're founded on a lot of Greek and Roman principles, but guess what those principles were doing? Banging children. Exactly. We have to get back to our roots. Oh, wait, we already are. There's a pedophile ring in the government, but no one wants to accept the fact that that's what you need to run an empire.
Speaking of the Roots,
Let me hear him.
every night
Yes.
in the White House will be a concert by the Roots.
By the roots. By the
Yeah,
roots.
yeah, yeah. We're gonna take them. Are they playing on Jimmy Kimmel still?
Well, that's the thing. Jimmy Kimmel's show will now be. Is it Jimmy Kimmel or Jimmy Fallon?
Yeah, I feel like I'm confused. They're both going to jail. They're both going to prison
Because they did blackface.
for what they did to this country for the last 4 years and disparage our great leader.
Can you hear me?
How is someone supposed to win a re-election if everyone in the media hates him? That's not fair, bro.
Yeah, no, I agree. If the entire media hates the person, then the media is probably it's a witch hunt. It's a witch hunt. They're out to
It's a
get
witch
him.
hunt.
They're
It
out
is
to get him.
this last president went through the worst witch hunt in American history, which
Worst.
includes actual
Salem.
witch hunts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was at Salem, okay?
You were taking
Halloween.
that ergot.
Halloween 2018, I was there.
I was there too.
Yeah.
You know,
Was that 2019 or 2018?
I was trying. See, this is funny because we were just now. It's sort of like a callback to like the same semester, but I think that was probably 2018 because I was still.
Yeah. It was definitely 2018.
It was before the bad times.
Because but I also graduated in 2019, and
Yeah.
that was October,
Yeah.
so.
Yeah.
For those of you who don't know, I attended 3 colleges, and it took me 5 years to graduate. That's just to let you know. If
for
you
those of
have a
you-
dream, you can achieve it.
For those of you who don't understand what Mike just said, 3 different colleges asked Mike to be there because that's how much he is beloved. Beloved.
Yeah.
Beloved.
Beloved.
Beloved. Okay, fires.
Beloved.
I gotta operate the
Beloved.
fire again. It's
Okay, I'm gonna smoke some weed while you do that. I haven't. Listen. It is 1:42 p.m. here. I haven't smoked weed all day.
Nobody believes you. All right, good luck.
Thank you. And what we're hitting here is a fine little bit of apple fritter. A wonderful indica dominant hybrid that hits harder than Ray Rice, baby. Take a couple pufferoos, and it's funny. I actually bought a bubbler the other day, and I'm never going back. I mean, I just smoked out of a bowl there on camera, but my predominant method of smoking from this point forward will be the bubbler. It just kind of seems like flawless. Mellow. Chill out. Come here. You're just staring at me, disobedient.
I wish I could get my dogs to hang out with me while I podcast.
Mellow's fucking huge now.
Is he really?
He's legit. Like when he stands on his hind legs, he's like up to my nose.
Damn.
Yeah, and he's about to be 10 months, and doctors said he'll grow until he's 2 years old. So he's gonna be a big boy.
Could you give the viewers a look?
Mellow, come here. The viewers want to see you. Come here. He seems very disinterested. I'm just gonna go ahead and force it. There he is over there.
Wow, he did get big.
You gotta see him when he
Look at
stands too.
Dude, those are some thick back legs, dude. He
Yeah,
could.
those paws too.
Oh my god. Good. Oh, now he's just chewing. That's a dog right there. That's a big old. That's a
big old-
dog. DAWG.
With the yo, it's crazy because when I first adopted him, his original name was Big Dog, but people were being mean to me about that name, so I changed it to. I don't know if you heard any of that. It looked like
I heard
my
all of it.
Okay, I thought my microphone unplugged.
What it told me was you let the opinions of others affect your actions, and I don't know if that's what we need in a president, Mike.
It's something I'm working on. I give in to peer pressure very easy.
All right, I'm going to call a audible real quick.
Okay.
Timesies.
Okay.
I'm going to need to adjust where I am stationed. Are you good to go a little bit longer after I get back?
Yeah.
All right. I'll get you in a sec. Hold on.
So should I just riff right now?
Do you want to riff? It'll be like 10
Yeah, I'll
minutes.
just riff.
5, 10.
Oh,
Okay.
10 minutes?
Five,
Oh, no,
10.
if it's going to be that long.
I'll be fast.
Okay.
Yeah, riff. I trust you.
Okay. All right.
Right.
If you trust me.
Going quiet. Going low.
Oh, man. Oh, God. Oh, boy. So Liam's gone. So I'm going to tell a story about The Simpsons. No, you know what? I'm going to tell a story about my mom walking in on me having sex. I don't know if I've told that story before.
Tell it again.
It's a pretty funny one, So I'm young. I'm in high school. Not to brag. I had sex pretty fucking young. But so it's my first girlfriend. Girl I lost my virginity to. I think I was 14.
Good.
And
All right,
so
now I'll for real be back in 5.
okay, so we're in my little hangout room upstairs, dedicated to the kiddos. And as most 14-year-olds are, I'm horned the fuck up. So I'm like, listen, baby girl, as any respectable man and healthy relationship do, I say if we're not boning, we're not dating, I need to go to Boneville, USA. Otherwise, I'm kicking your ass to the curb. So of course she complies because her self-worth is very low at the time, as most 14-year-old girls' self-worth is. They don't have a lot of confidence, their peers' opinions on them means too much to them. So she's pretty much willing to do whatever. So we start going to Boneville, USA, when all of a sudden, my mother doesn't even knock, actually, because she's a fucking intrusive bitch. I'm sorry, Mom, if you're listening to this, I love you dearly. She's an intrusive bitch, and she walks in, and she's like, do you guys want cookie? And she's just looking, and I just throw this woman off of me. I say, get off of me, you heathen. And I'm like, oh boy, this is not a good situation. So the girl's crying. I'm in there like, shit, my mom just saw my fucking schlong. So I say, there's only one way to deal with this. Go into my mom's room. My mom's sitting there devastated. And I'm just like, hey, Mom, I don't know what you saw in there, but we weren't having sex. And my mom just looks at me like, you are a dumb motherfucker. You are a bad liar. You're ugly. You're a piece of shit. You're not really my son. We adopted you when you were 7 years old, and you haven't noticed because, like I said, you're a dumb motherfucker. So I'm like, oh gosh, this is really mean of her to say. And she said, I saw your Peter, and I'm appalled at how tiny it is. And this is when I was diagnosed with a micro penis. Now, for those of you who don't know what a micro penis is, look it up. You'll be shocked. I was shocked. I was like, oh my gosh, that is what I have. I go to the doctors. The doctors are like, listen, bud, there's not enough blood pumping to your schlong. So what we need to do is we need to take blood from elsewhere and relocate it into your Magnum PI. So I'm all nervous. I get a surgery to get a bigger ween. However, in the surgery, complications happen, as they do in surgeries, because doctors aren't really qualified to be doctors. So all of a sudden, they're slicing and dicing open my micropene when they're putting on a new schlong. Uh-oh, what happens? My heart stops. No more blood is pumping anywhere. I flatline. They're worried that I'm dead. However, I'm not dead. I'm alive. I'm just in the 6th dimension. DMT, if you haven't heard of it. I meet God. God tells me, Michael, you need to live with that micropenis. It's what I gave you. You're perfect exactly how you are. I come back to life. Wake up mid-surgery. Shout at the doctors. Don't you dare put that 12-inch schlong on my body. Michael, what do you mean? You 12-inch schlong. Sitting there realizing I should be happy with what God gifted me. A 12-inch schlong. But in my family, 12 inches is micro. So we're a bunch of big schlong carms. And,
Micro Mike.
Sorry, Micro Mike. That was my nickname in college.
What they need is us at that campus being paid thousands of dollars every week to give speeches, telling people really how it is.
Yeah. That's the thing, bro. They should have been honest. They should have been honest.
That reminds me, what I was originally going to say about being an ambassador. I get a job freshman year, work study, right? I have one work study in the library. Pretty sweet, actually. So I have this is a tangentially related thing. But my boss, at that time when I'm working in the library, last week I've been posting things to Reddit that do well on Twitter for extra attention because I haven't been doing stand-up and I really need to know that I'm funny. Something goes pretty viral on the r/gaming subreddit. And I have my boss, who was in that library, reach out to me and say, this is hilarious, Liam, / your former boss. So I know. Why did I feel the need to say that? Because I wanted to promote my Reddit. Now, secondly, why that's important. I get offered a job at the end of my freshman year, another work study, to be a student ambassador, which would include me giving tours to prospective students and really helping them sell the school, right? And on my 6th month is when I started that job. And, when I'm in the office, I'm very positive. But when I was giving tours and walking people around, I was like, well, here's the place where I walked around at 3 a.m. in the morning because my anxious thoughts couldn't put me asleep.
Wouldn't subside.
Yeah. One time I'm helping give another tour. There's a person who's way more talented than me. She, as a tour leader, she was great. She was leading the group. I'm supposed to learn from her. It's a big group of prospective students from all across New England. This is like our open house day. And the back of the group corners me after we leave one of the gymnasiums. And they're like, hey, give us the real deal. I'm watching the rest of the group slowly walk out of the gym. I'm cornered and I'm alone. They're like, can you party here? And this is a man, his wife, and his son who's possibly going to be there. But the man is asking me these questions on behalf of the son. And I'm like, can you party here? Like, what do you mean? And he's like, when I was in school, he said, when I was in school, we were drunk the whole time. And the local store would sell to us underage. Is there something like that for my boy? They do not train you how to answer this question in admissions. He was sweating. He was a lot bigger than me. and he was really making me feel small. So I look over at the son, and like, I'll buy you booze if you come here. And he came.
And that was me.
And it was
folks.
my fault.
I was that kid.
Oh, it was Mike? Mike
Yeah,
was
that
that
was
guy.
me. That was me. My dad was the big man sweating.
I forgot that about that. That's the origin. That's really how we met.
That is how we met.
Yeah.
And my first day on campus, Liam bought me alcohol. Dude, speaking of, when I was fucking a 20, 22-year-old, 21-year-old, however fucking old I was, they made me go to freshman. True. They made me go to freshman orientation. So old enough to count, old enough to mount.
I didn't
a
finish
picture
it.
on the wall.
The wall.
The wall. Mount a picture.
This grass in the field, play ball.
I am a 21-year-old amongst a bunch of 18-year-olds. Some kids, not even 18
Age is
yet,
on the clock,
turning
right?
18. And these fucking kids, no joke, about 30 times a day would ask me, I would get a different kid asking me to buy them alcohol. And I'm like, all right, bet. So now what most people don't know is that 18-year-olds are fucking morons and want to pretend they're cool. They're fucking dumb and want to pretend they're cool. So
I think everyone knows.
like, can you buy me a 30 rack of Busch Light? I'm like, yeah, bro, that's just gonna be $40. Like, oh, bet, that's a great deal. I'm like, yeah. So I profited so much fucking money off of buying underage kids alcohol when I was in Nichols College because those kids were too dumb to look at prices for themselves. So I was upcharging them about $12 per case.
I have a story kind of like that about scamming someone out of something legal. In high school, I think I was a sophomore at the time. A bunch of freshmen asked if I could buy them condoms, thinking that there was like an age associated with condoms. And like it took me a minute to realize they didn't know that there wasn't an age associated, that you couldn't go down to the nurse's office and maybe like
get a condom.
Yeah. So I'm like, yeah.
Yo, I'm sorry to cut you off, but it's funny that you say that because one time when I was underage, I was like 16, I went to buy condoms, and the guy at the gas station ID'd me. He said, oh, sorry, I can't sell you any condoms. You have to be 18. I said, that is absolutely not a fucking law. Either way, he
my
didn't
girlfriend's
tell me.
gonna get pregnant. It's gonna be your fault.
Yeah, it's on you. It's on you that I'm gonna be a 16-year-old father. But continue with your story.
Maybe there is some law associated.
No, there isn't.
I don't
there
think
isn't.
so. Yeah, I didn't think
No,
so.
that guy was just an asshole.
What the heck? He was just like, there's no way this fucking minor is getting pussy while I'm not.
Exactly. He was jealous because I was
33-year-old
crushing
virgin.
puss.
Yeah. Anyway, fuck that guy. But yeah, but
Or maybe he was just a true religious man and knew that God didn't want me using condoms.
he wanted you to get an STD or have a baby.
If you haven't had at least 3 STDs by the time you're 16, you're a fucking pussy.
Straight from the horse's mouth, everybody. Straight from the horse's. Oh wow! For the audio listeners, that's gonna be ASMR. But anyway, so yeah, a bunch of freshmen like asked me, they're like, "Hey, Liam, you're cool and stuff. Will you buy us condoms?" And I'm like, "Yeah, of course, I'll buy you condoms." And they're like, "How much?" And I'm like, $30. I buy them 3 condoms, and I said $10 each because it made
What a bunch
sense.
of brodies.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, and I did that a few times. Yeah, I did that a few good times. That's the whole story. I poked holes in every condom I sold.
I appreciate you sharing that story on air.
Yeah. I'm in a way responsible for a number of children.
Yeah, I too
from
am
time to time.
in a way responsible for a number of children. However, I'm directly responsible. Unlike
I sold
you.
you those condoms.
Yeah, and I fucking came inside a bunch of women. Fun fact I just recently learned. Condoms
Gross.
aren't reusable.
No, they are.
I mean, I thought so too. I've been using the same condoms since I was 16.
You gotta put it in a
But
dishwasher,
apparently-
bro.
See, I've just been, dry cum has been getting all over my ween, and it's just kind of been gross. So I've been thinking about switching up my condom, but I mean, it's lucky. It's lucky. I'm not gonna get rid of that thing.
I think, yeah, you really just what you gotta do is do you have a dishwasher or do you wash the sink?
I have a dishwasher, but I don't use it.
Perfect.
It's wasteful.
Yeah, sure. Not for condoms, though. What you can do is you can take the condoms and you can wrap it on one of those pointy rack things, and then just
Happy 420, by the way, Liam.
put it on sanitize.
Take
Yeah,
your
happy
time.
420. Happy 420.
Yeah,
I haven't
you're welcome.
been high all day.
Me either.
I don't think we accomplished a single thing we set out to with this pod.
We brought up the election. We brought up the inauguration.
I don't think we even did. I think we
We
did that
did, we
before.
Nah, we definitely did it during the episode.
So we can't make any good jokes anymore under this new administration, I hear.
Yeah, PC Principal's in charge now.
Yeah, PC principal and the hot cop. I
Joe
think cops are
Harris.
so attractive.
Joe Harris, Nets specialty 3-point shooter.
Elaborate.
I was just meaning to say
So
Joe
why you
Biden and Kamala Harris, but I accidentally said Joe Harris, so I just decided I would, just talk about the Nets. Oh, speaking of the Nets, did you see James Harden to the Brooklyn Nets? Fucking
I didn't.
triple-double and
I don't watch.
Me either. I don't watch sports.
Trump pardoned Lil Wayne as like his last
Honestly,
thing in office.
yeah, and he pardoned somebody else too.
Yeah, there was.
Um,
I definitely remember Lil Wayne more though.
Was it Kodak Black?
I think it
was
might have been Kodak
Kodak-
Black.
was he in jail?
Yeah, straight up, I think it might have been Kodak Black. I think you're right.
I'm gonna look it up.
What is that? Yeah, this is important. This may be the clip actually, right here of what we're doing.
Who
because
did Trump?
it's
So
really-
honestly, you can't even people try and say Trump is racist, but he pardoned Lil Wayne. So
he literally took, black people out of prison.
Trump, Lil Wayne, and Kodak Black. Yeah.
Okay, so
So all you have to
Trump
do,
pardoned Lil Wayne and Kodak Black as one of his last things in office. What is that? does that change your opinion on him?
Can
Or are
you
you
hear me?
still? I can hear you.
Oh, really? I don't know. It says my audio's not working. Either way, yeah, I mean, obviously, if you think Trump is racist, you're an idiot. If you're a black person, all you have to do is be a super famous rapper and Trump will pardon you.
It's that easy, folks.
Science.
It's that easy, folks.
Yeah. The
Basic mathematics.
algorithm.
The algorithm. The algorithm. The Al Gore rhythm. Al Gore rhythm. Al Gore
Al Gore.
has rhythm.
Have you heard Al Gore's newest freestyle?
Bro, I ghost wrote it.
Nice, because it was
Yeah.
a freestyle, so I don't believe you.
Featuring the internet.
The internet, like the music group, the internet?
Yeah.
That's dope.
That was kind of cool. I kind of did what you did there. Usually, sometimes we're like,
Yeah,
taking
I was
words and
actually really
breaking them
upset that you were doing that because I wanted to do it and you were
Al
stealing
Gore.
it from
down. Do you think
me.
Al Gore rhythm has like been said before in something?
No, we're the
Fuck.
first. We're the
That's
first.
that might be the episode because we already have
Yeah.
another Al Gore episode.
We do have another Al Gore episode.
For the record, I went because I edited together.
This is the #1 Al Gore podcast on the internet. Just remember.
Follow the Al Gore rhythm, and you'll be on top of the world.
This is
I
the
really feel like
rhythm
this is
of
some
the night.
mind-breaking shit. To be honest with you, like it
But
feels
no words.
Al Gore rhythm, Al Gore rhythm, Al Gore rhythm. Sometimes my genius it impresses me, and I need to bask in it because no one else does. But my point being, all I can think about is algorithm. It's just going in the head over and over and over again.
We should release TikToks dancing to Al Gore speeches.
Can you write a rap called the Al Gore rhythm?
I can try.
Like I know out of the two of us, I'm the better rapper. Like I know that. Like everyone doesn't doing tongue. And you're just doing. I know out of the two of us, historically speaking, I'm the better rapper, and it's not even,
Historically speaking.
I just have more hits under my belt, and I think maybe you could write part of the algorithm song, and I could do a freestyle about my dead dog.
You know the dance, the Michael Scar?
No.
Okay, cool.
I feel like you're somewhere I'm not right now. I don't know what you mean.
I'm in the 6th dimension, baby.
Are you writing rhymes?
I'm just thinking about how
Al
we
Gore,
can do.
the internet.
We could do a song
invented-
about, and we're all doing the Al Gore rhythm, and it's like us dancing about global warming.
There's definitely
Take
gotta
your
be a
trash
visual-
and throw it in the can. We're all doing the Al Gore rhythm.
Okay. That's an approach. That's a creative approach, I think.
Yeah.
But also
I hope.
think about the algorithm or the album cover of the Globe on fire.
Okay.
Al Gore rhythm written right across it.
Gotcha.
People think they're getting into something completely different than what we give them, maybe.
But Liam, I'm gonna have to tap out.
Yeah.
Because I have to take a poop and I'm gonna go play some basketball.
Damn, Colorado sounds so fucking cool.
Yeah, dude, it's fucking 60 degrees today.
Let's go suck a dick.
Yeah, man, I will.
All right. Well,
I think this was
feel
a good
like-
episode.
I don't think that.
I think this was our
think-
best episode.
I think I held back when we were talking about Nichols, and I feel like why was the point of holding back if you were even going to say anything at all?
Yeah,
And now I just feel like, maybe it's a warning shot, really.
true. Let's release a
Warning.
Nichols diss track next episode.
Yo, the president takes money from leaders that execute journalists, and some of our buildings don't have air conditioning. None of this is rhyming or in the same timing stance.
Fuck!
All right, that was
All right, brother.
I'm more of a written guy. All right, Mike, you have a great, fantastic evening. I've missed you. I've missed you. a
I
great
love
deal.
you.
I love you
I
too.
love you.
Kevin Knightley, by the way. And I'm sorry. I should have said this earlier because now you're trying to do something, and I'm dragging
No,
him
it's all
out.
good.
I'm dragging
It's all
him out.
good.
Dragging him out like a dog.
You usually
Once.
do. That's what you
Yeah,
do.
no, I really thought I had nothing going. But Kevin Knightley and I do a podcast called the Worcester County Murders Podcast, where we just
Yeah,
interviewed
I see.
local comedian Jimmy Cash. He wants me to stop doing the show and only do that show with him.
Kevin does?
I'll show you the text if you want.
I do want to see the text.
Yeah.
And tell Kevin,
Personally,
I said I liked him until now.
you want to know what I said to him straight up when he
What?
proposed that to me? I was like, Mike doesn't have to try as hard to be as funny as you are, and he's funnier than you are, and he's not even a comedian. And he looked, well, actually not look because it's social distancing, right? I didn't know how his expression, but I know it hurt his feelings. And I told him, but then he started taking that podcast super seriously, and he edits it and stuff. And I'm like, fucking more people watch that show than this one.
All right, so you're trying to get my competitive juices flowing?
I want you to destroy
I'll see
Kevin
what I
Knightley.
Okay.
I want you to destroy my co-host on another show.
I'm gonna write a diss track about Kevin Knightley.
He has a history of rap. He'll respond.
Okay,
You're,
but
you're, you're way better. You're way better.
all
you're
publicity is
way
good
better.
publicity. Let's write. We'll have like a diss track, a rap battle.
No
To-
joke. That would be beneficial for both
For
podcasts.
both, yeah, we're gonna do
both
it.
audiences.
But all right,
Do you need any dirt about him? I know
All of
he's
it.
a dirty person, so
all the dirt.
yeah, I'll help you. I'll help you take down that
Great.
coworker.
But I
Um,
do have to go now.
yeah,
I'm literally going to pee
I'm
myself.
gonna fucking miss you, bro, so much. All right, you have a great rest of your night, Mike. Peace out.
I love you.
Goodbye,
Night. It's
Mike.
only daytime here, idiot.
It's always dark up here, so Nichols
Nice.
College. All right. We said what we had to. All right.
Peace.
Take care. Bye bye.
Peace.